PlayStation Classic game list has been revealed. So we got Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy VII, which we knew about, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash. There's a question, or there's a exclamation point at the end. Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona. What the hell is that? R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, which also came out on N64 and PC, I believe, Twisted Metal, and Wild Arms. Holy shit. What weak sauce.
Yeah. This was... Well, first of all, the notion that there would only be 20 games coming out, as you would say, that kind of sleeper douched on me. Like, really? 20?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. Especially with these 20, it's even worse.
It's weird. Right after our initial caught-uppery in the nostalgia, we just got caught in it like a bunch of dumbasses. And then I thought about it later. I'm like, this sounds like it might suck.
You know, you were allured by Final Fantasy VII and some Tekken 3. I think that's what happened.
But I already have Tekken 3.
But you were bedazzled by those mentions, I think.
What that signaled to me is maybe there's other good games on here. Not, let's just lead with your best foot and then just have a bunch of other shit on here.
Right.
It's like going to see a fucking, like a concert of like some band where they've got their 3 hit songs and the rest is just garbage.
Right.
No, this is even worse because PlayStation has tons of good games.
They do.
This is like you go see, some band like Metallica and they're like, we're just going to play Saint Anger and 2 or 3 songs from Master of Puppets. Actually, no, fuck it. We're going to play Saint Anger twice and then Master of Puppets at the end.
God.
It's like, eat shit. One Master of Puppets does not... Sorry, one Master of Puppets song does not equal a whole Saint Anger album.
Yeah, this is... there's a lot of games on here that didn't make this list that should have, and there are a lot of games on this list that did make the list that arguably shouldn't have.
Dude, Spot Goes to Hollywood?
Right.
I mean, the ones that are just obvious, Crash Bandicoot... Spyro, and Tomb Raider seems like a pretty obvious choice.
Interestingly, I feel like the reason they left those off was because of the fact that a lot of those games are being remastered. So
this is why. Well, just another reason to hate remastering games.
There you go.
I just don't get it. It's like just play the old one. Mm-hmm. Like, and if you got to bring it back, why not just because remastered are usually bought through Steam.
Yeah.
Okay. So why not just sell the old game? Mm-hmm. Just put it on Steam. Why the hell does it need to be remastered?
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely... I'm interested in seeing how or when, probably, this will be jailbroken into playing more games, somehow through an emulator, through a computer.
Oh, you mean how people did that with the SNES?
Yeah.
But that's all complicated and techie shit that I don't know how to do.
It's a lot of effort, but...
Right.
The other thing you can do is look forward to the N64 Classic, quote unquote, we don't know if it's called that, coming out, because this is Nintendo's chance to strike.
This is their chance to fucking just like smell the blood in the water and just attack. Because I know that I'm not alone in being disappointed with this list. I mean, so seriously, some of these games I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
What is Revelations Persona?
Is that a Persona game? There's like a Persona series, right? Persona video game series?
I don't know. Is that like Civilization? Like one of those weird strategy games?
I thought it was... Okay, so yeah, that is. It's the first entry in the Persona franchise. It's a role-playing game.
Okay. Because really, you've got your Final Fantasy VII. The first Grand Theft Auto is terrible.
Yeah, is that the God
bird's eye view?
Version?
Yeah,
yeah. Jesus.
You got like the solid ones that they didn't have or they didn't announce before. You got Rayman, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Then the rest, like, I don't give a shit. And way to choose the weakest fucking Street Fighter related game. Come on, guys. Puzzle Fighter. It's like, no, we didn't want them to actually enjoy this.
No Pocket Fighter.
Yeah, it's like, if you had to choose a weird off-brand Street Fighter game, that would have been the one. You can hit people WWE style with funny, like, short, chubby Ryus and Kens and all that shit.
But no,
they had to just be like, no, let's get the one where you'd go to the fucking... It's like Mario teaches typing. You're initially like, hey, what this? And you're like, no, screw that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that game that tricks you.
Yeah.
Because I remember you'd go to the arcade, you put in the token, you play, and you're like, what the hell is this? Just like Tetris, but you just stand there and like, then they do the attacks? No, screw that. I just want a button where he punches.
Yeah.
I just want a button where you have Dokens. No, you gotta clear this line Tetris style or whatever the bullshit puzzle fighter game, however it works.
Yeah, this is a disappointment overall.
This blows my mind.
I'm interested in seeing if they somehow revise this or if they extend it in any way, but I don't know.
That's the one thing I was thinking is, since the SNES, you can't add things through a retail way. Mm-hmm. The only way to do it is through that odd
emulator, jailbreak thing.
Yeah, it's like you got to plug this thing into your computer,
download a software.
Then you have to get Captain Kirk to encrypt it.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Jesus.
I stole that from South Park. It's the one where Token gets a DVD.
Yeah.
Like, no one has a DVD. Yeah, let me see if Captain Kirk can encrypt it.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so aside from that, what the fuck was I saying? Okay, since there's no retail way to do it with SNES, I wonder if they're going to do that. I'm going to hazard a guess and say no. No, there will not be.
No, so here comes the jury-rigging.
Yeah, definitely. Or just people not buying it.
Probably that, too.
Okay, but pull up the SNES game list. Because I would imagine it's a lot better, and they probably had a lot less trouble getting licenses and all that shit.
Oh, for the Classic?
The Classic, yeah.
Okay, so the NES Classic game list includes Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Already better.
All right. Like,
I haven't even said the other ones. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, F-Zero, Super Metroid. That's...
So, like, it's all games that normies... See, that's the thing is, this is not... Like, some of the things I was hearing people complain about with PlayStation, like, the Classic is, like, they're bitching about, like, you know, what's that word with the... compatibility.
Backwards
compatibility
mm-hmm.
and all that shit. I'm like, this is for people who just want to plug in and play.
Right.
So you would think, therefore, you have the games people have heard of. All right, so go on.
We got, let's see what else. Street Fighter 2, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Just stop. Street Fighter 2
yep.
and Super Mario, is it World?
Super Mario World.
World and fucking Street Fighter 2.
That's all she wrote.
Actually, fuck it. Just go through it.
Castlevania 4, Donkey Kong, Mega Man X. I already said Punch-Out.
Yeah.
Kirby Superstar, Final Fantasy 3, Kirby's Dream Course, Star Fox, Yoshi's Island. Or no, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Super Mario RPG, Contra 3, Secret of Mana, Earthbound, and what is this? Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay, so that's a ridiculous lineup.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I've only not heard of maybe one of these.
I hadn't heard of like the last line.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You got to put your best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, hey, remember that one game that like you maybe rented from Blockbuster and were like, that wasn't that good. Well, now you can get it on the PlayStation Classic. Wow,
that's kind of what it seems.
It's got all the games. Correction. Some of the games you love from your childhood.
Like 3 of them.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay, so some of them we had to choose the shittiest one in the series, but, you know.
Right.
No, I mean, Tekken 3 is good, but this
Final
is
Fantasy 7 is good.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that those are only two, like, uber standouts. Because, like, Cool Borders, that's like, Yeah, I remember playing the demo for that and never buying it. You know those demo discs? There's always cool borders on it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the weird game Primal Rage, where you're the dinosaurs and the like ape things like fighting each other.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I
Man, that
remember
game was the shit. I was a big fan.
But yeah, of this list, I would say the ones that really are going to move the needle at all for anybody, with some exception.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII, GTA, Metal Gear.
Yeah, see, Metal Gear, like...
People like it. I like it.
No, I know a lot of people like it, but like to a normie gamer such as I don't even know if I can call myself like gamer, but like to a normie, like that's not that enticing.
Right. Rayman that's classic. I would see pretty good.
That's more the shit that I'm into is like the cartoony ass like action adventure platform games. Those are the most fun to me.
But some of the rest of these, like Resident Evil's fine. Siphon Filter I've heard of. Tekken 3 is good.
Yeah, see, Siphon Filter is one of those games where it's like, or at least it seemed like to me, oh, this kind of looks like a not as good version of another game. I don't think I want to play it.
Yeah, and then like Rainbow Six I've heard of. Twisted Metal is good. So like
Twisted Metal is an absolute classic.
So like maybe half of these, maybe on a good day, are good.
Half? Are you kidding me?
I mean, there's like, how many is that? Out of 20, did I count? Let's see. It's Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear, Rayman.
I'm pulling
Resident
a veto
Evil.
on Grand Theft Auto.
Well, I mean, for general.
Yeah.
So like,
about 6.
Yeah, that's not half. So like maybe 6 or 7.
The fact that
seven.
It doesn't matter. The fact that
it's not a lot.
We're struggling for half.
There's 8 games here at most that are like, yeah, people will play that.
The SNES, it's like, wow. That almost sounds too good to be true. That's like what's so crazy, though. You'd think, all right, you shouldn't have to say this sounds too good to be true. That's the idea. You're trying to sell the most appealing product as possible.
Right.
Is it really, like, are these games just tied up in, like, licensing issues? Like, what's the deal?
It begs that question, I agree.
I know Sony has a troubling history of, like, keeping things close to Sony.
Yeah, Jesus.
Like, it's like Crash went to Xbox, and just as a PlayStationite, I was pissed. Because, you remember when you were a kid, you argue with your friends, like, no, man, PlayStation's the best. No, like, Xbox is the best. It's like, well, we have this. And, whoa, that's true, but we have this. And it's like, we have Halo. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I like Crash Bandicoot better. And then it came, and it's like, what now? I'm like, shit, I guess I have to submit that it is the better console.
Well, damn it.
I'm sorry, this is insanity.
We'll have to see how Nintendo responds with the rumored forthcoming N64 Classic, so to speak.
Yeah. Imagine if they made the PlayStation Classic like a Walkman size, so it's like it could fit old PlayStation discs, but also came loaded.
That would make sense. I mean, that would be the ideal. But
yeah,
lo and behold.
I guess Sony's favorite song in this case is "You Can't Always Get What You Want."
No, you can't.
But if you try sometimes, you just might find
you get a better Nintendo console.
Well played.
Yes.
I think they changed the lyrics on the recent tour for that one. The Rolling Stones did.